Hey guys, my name's Alexa Kebalo Hughes, and I'm here with Sarah Lyons. She is from Fort Worth, Texas, with Century 21 Judge Fight Company. And guys, I'm so excited for this episode of Next Level Lifestyles, where we feature various locations, realtors, and lifestyles worldwide. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome. So before we get into it, I just want to share with everyone a little bit about Sarah. So she is a National Association of Realtors 30 under 30 honoree, class of 2017. Whoop, whoop. And she is the only DFW Metroplex winner in 21 years. Like, that is major. Congratulations. Sarah is the number one producing Century 21 Judge Fight agent. Is it fight or fit? I'm so sorry.
It's fight.
Yay. Yeah, fight. Okay. Judge Fight agent in units and AGC for 2018, 19, and 20, out of almost 900 agents. That is crazy. And she is also the top Century 21 agent in Fort Worth for 5 years running. She specializes in Tarrant and Parker County. And she says, as a full-time realtor, she has the experience and knowledge to assist you in your buying and selling needs. Her husband homeschooled their 2 sons full-time, which allows her to have the availability to serve her clients. And she has the millennial spunk and energy with her experience of a very seasoned agent. And after more than 420 super happy clients, she has honed on her skills to open communication and will not let you feel ignored. With that, we're into our show with Sarah Lyons. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's actually, I'm not the only in DFW for 30 under 30, but the only in West. So Fort Worth, Keller, Arlington, pretty much my service market. I'm the only one, and I'm the only one from my brokerage that's ever won as well.
Girlfriend, you are just crushing it. And I can't believe it. Like, it was so nice to meet you. We should tell everyone where we met.
Absolutely. So we do an annual conference with the 30 under 30 group. And it's not really planned by the National Association, but planned by us because we love each other and we want to mastermind within our group. So 2 weeks ago, I hosted everybody in Funky Town, AKA Fort Worth, Texas. We met down in the stockyards, which is the historic part of Fort Worth. Initially started where they would do the cattle drives, and later on they would bring cattle in by train and sell them on the open market. So it's very country feel, lots of like line dancing places, bull riding places. The road is still cobblestones in that area. So we met down there and had a fantastic 48 hours together masterminding with our fellow 30 under 30s.
Oh my gosh. And Sarah, again, I know we were talking a little bit before we got rolling, but thank you for all that you do for our 30 under 30 community. It's honestly about building community and helping people. And you totally take that into your heart. And I just appreciate you. So thanks for all that you do.
You're welcome. I feel so thankful to be part of that group. Winning the award was always a kind of a stretch goal. There's over 2,000 applicants a year, only 30 of us. And when you win it, you think like, oh, it's a cool thing for the resume. But the actual award is really not the prize. The prize is being part of this exclusive group where there's only 30 a year for the last 21 years. You can't buy your way into our little club. So it's just such a family. The culture of our group is amazing. And also lots and lots of referrals within our groups as well, and problem solving, all the things. So in 2014, I signed up with Century 21 Judge Fight, which the company itself has been around since the 30s. It's the biggest Century 21 in Texas, and it's only DFW. We have about 28 offices. And so I joined with them just kind of out of happenstance. I had gotten like an invitation for a career night that they were having at their office. And I really thought at the time as what was going to be part-time job as a young woman, I thought I was going to be some old guy's assistant and have to like learn the ropes that way. And I went to the career fair and realized there were a lot of younger agents. There weren't any teams in the office. It was all individuals, but the culture and the community was there. They were really supportive of each other. I felt comfortable. So I signed up with them and I've been with them ever since. I've never left. And as a brokerage, I really respect them as leaders. They are a zero debt company. They actually, they do Financial Peace University in all of our offices through Dave Ramsey, and they reimburse us when you graduate from the program. They do all kinds of things because they really want us to be financially successful too. And so they show a lot of loyalty to their agents.
To the fact that you're kind of like a relocation specialist, what are some of the things that you're seeing as far as trends And also, how do you guide people to making sure that they're making the right move, right?
Absolutely. So most of our people that are moving here, it feels like they're moving from California here. But mainly, I want to figure out what type of lifestyle they envision. So if they want, land and they want to be able to build a shop and have livestock and have a pool and have an acre, the West Metroplex, which would be Parker County mainly, is the perfect location for them. I can help people buy a house on an acre that's 2 years old for under $500,000. It's just gorgeous. Our average sales price in Fort Worth is about 306 right now. The market's up 25% compared to last year. So I used to, when I started selling real estate, I could sell you a brand new 4-bedroom house for about $200,000.
Wow.
A D.R. Horton home. Yeah. D.R. Horton is headquartered out of Dallas, Fort Worth. And so they've really helped pave the way for new construction. And so a lot of other builders have jumped in. So we have more new construction than a lot of other markets because of that. And because we're not landlocked, we have a lot more land still to go before we would run out of space. Even driving 30 minutes west from Fort Worth, through these different cities heading towards Weatherford, there is still a lot of green space. There's still a lot of farms and cattle and things like that. So we have more space to grow for sure. If I have people that really want that kind of traditional suburban lifestyle where they want the community pool with a community gym and all of the family activities, I typically recommend the Keller area, or a little bit further north into the Northwest ISD area, because you can still be about 30 minutes from the airport, from DFW airport. You can still be about 30 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. So you have a lot of options. One of the big things that I noticed moving from Austin to Fort Worth is there's a lot more people. There's only about 1 million people in Austin. Fort Worth itself has about 1 million, but the DFW area has 7 million. But the traffic's not near as bad here compared to Austin because they have much better road infrastructure. They have a lot more freeways. They have some tollways, but they have a lot of freeways to where you can get places pretty quickly as long as there's not some major wreck or something.
I'm just trying to picture what's the lake lifestyle like? There's a lot of boating, things like that, a lot of recreation, or is it more kind of like?
So this one is a little bit smaller. There are some like power boats, there are some wave runners, that kind of thing, but it's mainly people like to fish on this one since you can actually eat the fish. We have a couple lakes that are northwest of town. Eagle Mountain Lake is much larger and you can actually have docks. So there's lots of boating on that one. People will definitely go out and boat on that one. And then we have another one that's Lake Worth that's really close to the military base and Lockheed Martin's facility. And so they do a ton of air traffic in that area. And so you're not supposed to eat the fish out of that one because it's too polluted. I think they say 1 per adult per year is how.
Oh my gosh, forget that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll pass.
I'll just eat a can of tuna. Thank you very much. That's crazy. But this is why it's so important for anyone that's considering Texas or the Fort Worth specifically. This is why you need to talk to Sarah, because if you're trying to get after that lake life, you like to go fishing, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. I think it's so important. There's just so many nuances of different areas that people really just don't know until they get there, until they hook up with someone like yourself. Points and what it can get you. But if you maybe share a little bit more, like what can someone get like on a lake? Kind of paint us a picture of that, how far the money can go for the different housing options.
Sure. So that will range quite a bit based on what lake it is. If it's on like Lake Weatherford or Eagle Mountain Lake, it depends on updates, that kind of thing. But you can, $800,000, you could buy a pretty nice house on the lake. Obviously they'll do ones that are in the multi-millions, but we also have areas where they're gated communities where they're Rangers players and Cowboys players will live in, and they're multi-million. But one of the big things that is different about us versus some of the other states is our property taxes. We have no state income tax, but we do have a relatively high property tax. And we're also what's called a non-disclosure state. So be very wary if you're looking on the internet for Texas properties and you look at those Z estimates, because we don't disclose to the county or to the public what homes actually sell for. The only place that those are disclosed are on the MLS, because we like the contracts, the contract obviously has the price, but the deeds that are recorded by the county do not say the sales price on them. So it's a little weird. But so our county taxes typically range from 1.8 to 3.2% based on whether you're in or out of city limits. And then, but that rate is normally based on about 80% of what you paid, because they're independently appraising the property separate from the home appraisal when you acquire the property.
That's so interesting. Do you find a lot of more long-term rentals, or are there a lot of Airbnbs as well?
It's a combination of both. We definitely have a market for Airbnbs. As a state, they really haven't cracked down on them. And we definitely have areas that have homeowners associations, but for the most part, they're not nearly as strong here. The state actually, the Texas Association of Realtors got involved and helped protect homeowners recently. They just changed some HOA laws last month, reducing how much they can charge for HOA fees and taking a little bit of that power back from the HOAs. So that's really the only thing that people are running into, is like the homeowners associations refusing to allow nightly rentals. But for the most part, we're seeing both a lot.
That's awesome. I love that story too, because the power of our association, I mean, the National Association is the largest, most powerful trade association in the world. And then to see the impact on the local level, like from that story that you just shared, it's incredible. And that's why it's so great. Like, we're all part of this great association that's helping, the property owners, private property rights, things like that. I mean, it's so important. So where can people find you? How can they connect with you if they want to reach out?
Absolutely. So my cell number is 817-675-6006. My website is sarahlyonsrealestate.com. That's SARAHLYONS realestate.com. And I sell about $24 million a year in real estate. I don't have a big team. I don't pass people off. I have a licensed assistant who helps me in the back office, but my clients and my referrals all get me for the whole process, start to finish, which is also one of the reasons that my business is almost 90% repeat and referral at this point, which is a great way to live and work when somebody calls and they already know, like, and trust you, and you don't have to go and cold call and door knock, because I don't like doing that stuff.
I love it. Just take great care of your people, and your people take great care of you with referrals.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, Sarah, this has been such a pleasure. I can't even thank you enough for spending some time with me. I know you're super busy. You're super mom. I can see your cape flying in the background there.
I don't know. I have a super dad. He's over there and he's doing his thing. He's the person that helps me be able to do what I do, for sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely a team effort.
I love it. There is no I in team.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I enjoy getting to rep my city.
Oh my God, so great. And thank you to all of our listeners. Please do not hesitate to reach out to Sarah. She's awesome inside and out. She's the person that I know, love, and trust in the Fort Worth, Texas area. And that being said, thank you all for joining us for another episode of Next Level Lifestyles, where we feature various location, realtors, and lifestyles worldwide. Thank you, Sarah.